today?
It was awesome. Definitely once in a lifetime experience. Only get to do pro day once as a Terp, and it was special. And now it's fun to watch all my other guys out here ball out.
Why do you feel like you're ready for the NFL?
I think the combination of professionalism along with confidence and that humbleness that it takes to be a professional place kicker in the NFL is something I possess, along with natural leg strength and ball height.
What have you kind of learned about yourself through this entire process? Because it's very different.
Yeah, no, it's another one of those things. Not everybody gets to do it, and for me, it's really just being where my feet are. Reached the Senior Bowl, I was there all week. My feet were there, my mind was there, focused on enjoying that moment, and then same thing with Indianapolis. Before we started going for our workout there, I looked around like, holy cow, like I'm at the Combine, Lucas Oil Stadium, once in a lifetime, taking it and enjoy it, and we move forward on to the next, and then same thing with Pro Day.
Locke's been saying it's all about development. He likes to develop you guys for what he wants out of you, but then for the next step. Elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah, no, I think coming into that was something Locks and I talked about, where there was a need for place kicker here, and I could fill that need. And similar to that, Locks would give me the kicks I needed to help showcase my ability to make it to the next level. And then development piece, they got a young guy, Jack Howes, who was like my prodigy this year, where took him under my wing, and hopefully he'll have a good 3-year career here, which I'm pretty confident in.
What does it say about this program in Maryland as a whole that there's this many scouts here to watch you guys?
I think it's awesome. I think it was a record-setting year with 7 to the Combine. There's a lot of special athletes here across all positions, not just one position. Either you got DBs, wide receivers, O-line, kicker. But no, it's a special group. Guys work hard all year. It's not just we were preparing for 3 months for this. It's been a long time coming.
Chad, there's 32 spots to be a kicker in the NFL. To know that you have a chance here this next month to become one of those, I guess just what does that mean to you, and how confident are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that there's 32 in the world, like you said, and I'm very confident I'm top 32 in the world at my craft. It's another thing, it's not an accident. The hard work that's gone into it for the last 5-6 years, nothing's a coincidence, and it's really already written. What's meant to be is going to happen no matter what. So I just got to go out, do my best, be myself, and not switch up for anybody.
Chad, we saw you working with Nick Boyle out there.
Yeah.
How's he helped you over the last few weeks?
Nick's been awesome. Super good dude. Nick, obviously a former Raven, tight end, and does a little long snapping as well, but he was awesome to work with. Worked with him for a private workout. Had a mutual connection on the side through him where I knew he was in the area and he could long snap, and I called and texted like, hey, you want to get some work in today? And he was all about it, and I'd asked him like, dude, you let me know if you get too tired. He's like, no man, I'm here for you. Super good dude. I couldn't speak high enough about Nick and Colton as well, holding, because both of those guys had no real obligation to be here, but he was here nice and early, got warmed up like a pro that he is. I don't think it's a coincidence that he played in the NFL like he has for so long. He's a true pro, awesome guy to work with, and like super special dude.
How's the interest of the NFL teams kind of been so far? What teams have you talked to? Any visits, anything like that coming up?
Yeah, no, it's been super high, mainly more on the private workout side and then pro days.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty clear if you look across the league who needs a kicker and who doesn't, in terms of who's signed guys, who's traded for guys. And then, I mean, you look at Baltimore. Baltimore's probably not bringing in a rookie kicker with Justin Tucker. I think highly of myself, but at the same time, writing's on the wall there.
I get that.
Yeah, so I'm just looking forward to it. I try not to speculate too much on where I'm going to go. I know I'm going to go somewhere, and no matter what, going into fall camp, I'm going to have to make kicks to win the job, win the building over, and get the trust of the guys.
I mean, you kind of just said it. Are you prepared for maybe a longer process just because you know not a lot of kickers get drafted every year? And I mean, you talked about the Ravens, for example. They've brought in rookie kickers to sort of apprentice to Justin, and they've ended up on other teams. So are you prepared for it maybe not being a straight path?
Yeah, no, I think you look at the kicking carousel, I'll call it, overall, and guys bounce around early on in their career before they find a home. A guy like Daniel Carlson goes to Minnesota, and now he's a lifelong Raider, most likely. Some of those other guys like that, I'm prepared for whatever, but no matter what, that's not my main thought process. My main goal is to go into camp, win the job, solidify myself there, and be a lifelong teamer like a Mason Crosby in Green Bay or some of these guys that kick till they're 40. That's my goal. I want to kick till I'm 40 for one team, if possible, but I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to stay in the league as long as possible.
Chad, in just over a year, you've gone from transferring to Maryland to now preparing for the NFL. What goes through your mind when you think about all that's happened in the past year?
Tell you what, time flies when you're having fun. That's probably the best way to solidify it. The guys here were awesome from the get-go. They welcomed me in with open arms, and part of it was just them seeing my work ethic, what I could do, me proving it in practice, and then that transitioning to a game. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't think any of this was an accident. The kicks I made, missed, like none of that's an accident. It's all how it's supposed to go. At the end of the day, the only thing you do is work hard and keep getting towards that apex of my ability.
Do you think Nick can do this at the NFL level?
Did you watch him today at all? He threw some seeds. I think he can. Obviously, he's a pro. He's a pro's pro. I think he can. His work ethic is incredible. First time he came out and snapped, he's like, yeah, I haven't snapped in a little bit. I think it took him like 3 or 4 snaps, and he was just throwing dots. I'm like, dude, you played tight end for, I don't know, 8-9 years for the Ravens. Now you just like pick up long snaps. Like, yeah, it's just, I guess it's like riding a bike. But no, I think Nick certainly can. I certainly wouldn't have him do it if I didn't think he could. And he showed today why he can as well.
Is there any particular kickers that are mentors to you? I know you talked about being a mentor to younger guys there, but
I think there's 2 guys that have certainly impacted my career that are pros right now. Ryan Santoso kicked at Minnesota, bounced around with a couple teams. He's sort of been like an older brother to me in terms of just open with everything, both my faith, anything off the field, and then on the field as well. And then Matt Prater as well. I got a chance to kick with Matt in Detroit. When he was in Detroit, I was still at Eastern Michigan, and seeing how he's able to just go from friendly, joke around to flip the switch and just stroke balls was certainly impressive, and that translated well to the back half of my career with being able to flip the switch.
you ever have a chance to meet or talk to Nick Novak?
Oh yeah, I was out with Nick in early March, late February. I was out in San Diego doing some training, and I knew Nick was out there. We texted throughout the year. Obviously, Nick's probably the greatest turf kicker to ever come through here. But another thing, like a guy like that's played umpteenth years in the league, and he's super open to helping guys. What he's doing out in California right now with kickers is super awesome.